flowers made by me.
What are you doing?
I'm making a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
How?
With my Fantastic Flowers flower making set.
Wow, so many colors. They so pretty.
Fantastic flowers made by me.
Look what we made, Mom.
Fantastic. Fantastic flowers made by me.
Fantastic Flowers flower making set comes with everything here. Retail sold separately.
Check it out.
What is it, man?
Only Nickelodeon can explode, implode, give a dog a log or a baggy gritty kitty while the kitty's in the city with the mud skipper. Hipper, here's a cat without a nose, pat a toast man. Can you stand the insanity?
No, sir, I don't like it. It is I who am mad.
Mutating yak, shaving Dr. Stupid Robin Hood will have you singing happy, happy, joy, joy, boy. Yo, I'm talking about the one and only Ren and Stimpy show.
On the only network
For you, Nickelodeon.
Oh, Natasha, sometimes I get so mad. But in the paper, it must be true.
There's no question about it. Ask any senior citizen residing in Frostbite Falls what the major event of the year is, and he'll reply,
The Frostbite Falls Flotilla Festival.
and why is that?
'Cause all the noisy kids are down at Veronica Lake. Ah, peace, it's loudmouth butterfly.
You really couldn't call it a lake. It's more of a pond. That is, well, actually, I guess you'd call it a sump. At any rate, every boy in the general area had his boat ready to sail.
Bullwinkle, you can't enter the race.
I'd like to know why not. The rules clearly stipulate no human over 10 can participate. I'm about as inhuman as you can get.
You're a moose.
And that's another reason. Oh, see, there's the warning whistle advising all us marinators to ready sail.
Where'd you get that thing?
What thing?
What it is you're about to launch?
And the starry-eyed moose related the story in flashback form of how one day, while ambling along the Old Rocks Road, he stumbled onto an ancient rust-encrusted dhow.
How about that?
A dhow, spelled D-H-O-W, is a sailing vessel primarily used in the Red Sea and Indian Ocean.
Well, she sure is dirty.
Yes, but she's yar.
The starting signal was given and 48 trim little boats put out to sea, or sump, all except Bullwinkle's, which sank upon contact with the water.
Sank.
Yar.
It doesn't matter who won the race. What does matter is that the dhow emerged completely rejuvenated.
Wow, look at it sparkle.
And looky here on the binnacle rock.
That's the bow. It says Omar
Goodness.
Khayyam. Omar Khayyam. Hokey smokes, what do you suppose it means?
Only the library could provide the answer.
Oh, pardon me, ma'am, but could...
Shh! Can't you read?
But we don't smoke.
It says silence. Oh, that darn cat, always stomping around. Scat! Now what is it?
Boats. Books on boats.
Yar.
Aisle 842, lane 30, district 3, shelves 20 to 80 inclusive.
Well, it wasn't easy, but some 6 hours later, they cornered their quarry.
Oh, my gosh. 2 copies of the Ancient Mariner.
By Al B. Troth.
Suddenly, the setting sun bounced its rays off the glittering dhow. This gave the resourceful flying squirrel an idea.
It shines like a gem. Say, come on.
The reigning authority on minerals, valuable and otherwise, was Digger Deeper, mine owner, prospector, and babysitter on Saturday nights between 8 and 12.
It's a gem, all right. Might be fool's gold.
This is rad. Fool's gold is gold.
Let me give it a closer look. Hand me my loopy. See, I never saw this one before. You boys want to see?
We don't have time, Digger. Come on, Bullwinkle.
And the insistent squirrel led the way to the only jewelry store in Frostbite Falls.
You know what you have here?
We were hoping that you'd tell us.
This little dhow here is composed of ruby. Yes, sir, it's rubies.
No, it isn't. It's mine.
Well, my gosh, if it's made out of rubies, then...
If you're hesitating for me to finish the line, you've got a long wait.
And I don't have the guts to say it.
Okay, then here goes. If it's made out of rubies, then this must be the Ruby Yacht of Omar Khayyam.
And with that, little Jim, we ring down the curtain. What does fate have in the jewelry store? Be with us next time for Let's Drink to the Ruby or Stoned Again.
Once upon a time, there was a girl who loved to enter contests. Her every waking moment was spent in thinking up soap slogans, identifying mystery personalities, and taking part in amateur talent shows. It was a fascinating way to spend her life, and there was only one thing wrong with it.
Just once I'd like to win a prize.
At that moment, a strange little man appeared before her.
Little lady, your troubles are over. I can fix it so you'll win every contest you enter.
How?
Well, let's just say that I'm an elf with magic powers and let it go at that.
What's it gonna cost?
Cost? Not a thing. You just agree to let me have your first child, is all.
Yeah, but why do you want my first child?
Looky.
Oh, Chikanawakabaki Boys Camp.
Right. And for every new camper, I get a cash bonus. Is it a deal?
It's a deal.
Sure enough, at the next talent contest, the girl stuffed plain straw into a box, cranked a handle, and out came spun gold. Of course, inside the box, the little man was doing all the work. He spun the gold in loops, braids, cable stitches, and actually finished off with a series of gold lace doilies. Naturally, the girl won first prize, a pearl-handled sifter. Then, with the little man's help, she won contest after contest.
The number of beans in the jar is 8,426.
Right.
Yay! Sometime later, the girl entered a drawing contest and for the first prize won a genuine life-size prince whom she soon married. Then, one day in a national Name the Baby contest, she won a beautiful baby boy. Of course, by the time they delivered him, he'd grown a little.
Hiya, Mom.
Just then,
Come in.
Hello, hello, hello. My, isn't he the big one, though?
Who are you?
How could you forget? Looky here.
Chikanawakabaki Boys Camp.
That's right. Summer season is just beginning.
Yeah, but how do I get my child back?
Easy, princess. You just guess my name.
Fred?
No.
Amy? Clyde? Beowulf?
Bye-bye.
no, this was one guessing game the princess couldn't seem to win.
Obadiah? Jethro? Throckmorton?
Meanwhile, at Camp Ochi-Kinawakabaki, the young Duke of Dunda grew into a spirited lad full of fun and mischief.
No, no, no. Naughty, naughty. Mustn't blow up the counselor's cabin. Ouch.
A year later, the little man took the Duke back home.
Well, here he is, Your Highness. Brown as a berry.
Yeah, but I haven't guessed your name.
It's Rumpelstiltskin, madam.
Oh, nonsense. What kind of a name is that? Let's see, Orton? Holly?
Honest, it's Rumpelstiltskin. R-U-M-P.
Well, I'll give it some thought. You bring him back next year.
The next year was a busy one for the princess. She was now so famous for winning contests that she began to make public appearances. She won the Miss Kingdom contest, she won the annual royal boat race, and she would have won the grand steeplechase except that she pulled up lame in the last hurdle. Meanwhile, her little son, the Duke of Dunda, had grown into a bonny lad, fun-loving and adventurous.
Tut, young fellow. That's not being a good sport.
A year later, the princess heard another knock on the door.
Who is it?
You know, Your Highness. My name is...
Newton. I just know it's Newton.
It's Rumpelstiltskin. R-U-M-P.
Norris. Orville. Fidel.
No, it's...
Well, I guess you'll have to take the boy back to camp.
I can't, lady. Looky.
Unemployed?
Camp Ochi-Kinawakabaki is no more. They burned down, Mom.
But I still haven't guessed your name. Try me next year.
The little man trudged sadly away, followed by the Duke of Dunda. But just then, the princess saw an announcement of the biggest contest of all, Mother of the Year. But to win that contest, she had to have...
A child. Hey, come back.
Come back who?
All right. Come back, Rumpelstiltskin.
Right. Here you are, lady. He's all yours.
And the little man slipped blithely away. Next day, the princess was on hand with her child for the Mother of the Year contest, but her heart sank when she saw who was to judge it.
Well, look who's here.
Mom, it's Uncle Rumpo.
You want to win this contest, right?
Right. You want him back again?
Oh, no. All I want is a job for life, somewhere in the castle. Something easy, you know.
How about royal caretaker?
Sounds great.
Good. Sign here.
So the princess won the Mother of the Year award. She was the only contestant anyway, and the little man became royal caretaker.
Okay, Your Highness. What do I take care of?
Read the contract. Exclusive care of the Duke of Dunder.
That's me.
Oh, but this is terrible. How do I get out of this contract?
Easy. Just live up to paragraph 3.
See, paragraph 3. Oh, no. Is your name Mildred, Myrtle, Helen, Celia, Ethel?
Hey, Playpen, can I come to the game?
Game? I almost forgot. Thanks. But I wanted more Kellogg's Double Dip Crunch. Oh, well, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow? Wait 24 hours for more of that doubly nutty, frosted, six-sided sweetness? No way, I can't wait.
It's amazing what people will do for one more irresistible bite of that doubly sweet, doubly frosted taste. Kellogg's Double Dip Crunch, part of this complete breakfast that's too good to go without.
Sweet.
Friend to man and beast, a hero at the least. Funny, Doug Funny. Sunday at 10, 9 Central on Nickelodeon.
Round, round, get around, she gets around. She's baby rollerblade and she's skating your way with her bobbing ponytails and her real rollerblade. She's your cool friend, always loves to play. No one can believe it when she cruises their way. Get around, round, baby rollerblade. Get around, round, baby rollerblade. She gets around.
Baby Rollerblade, the doll with genuine rollerblade inline skates, only from Mattel. Batteries not included.
Hello out there. I am Peabody. The one with the newspaper in his mouth is my boy, Sherman.
It's a new trick I just learned, Mr. Peabody.
My heartiest felicitation, Sherman, but in the future, when you fetch my paper, don't grasp it with your molars. You've perforated the stock market quotations.
Shall I run out and get another one?
You won't have time. You see, we are overdue at Aachen, Germany.
Who are we going to visit?
The man who founded the first news agency, Paul Julian Reuter. After setting a time indicator for the year 1849, we entered the Wayback Machine, patent pending, and were immediately ushered to a small hamlet in western Germany. This was Aachen.
And look, there's Mr. Reuter's news agency.
Suddenly, from an upstairs window, a paper airplane sailed out and fluttered its way down to our feet.
Gee, what a keen airplane.
Yes, but a miserable news dispatch. I flattened the paper out, and there was a United Press story about a man biting a dog. The dispatch was supposed to be on its way to London, England.
Hey, what's the big idea slowing down the dispatch?
Really, Mr. Reuter, do you honestly intend this paper airplane to get to London?
Well, if the wind keeps blowing, yes.
Is this the way you send your news?
What's the matter? You got a better way?
Before we could answer, a loud bell began to peal. And the good citizens of Aachen started running to the other end of town.
Quick, grab a bucket and come.
What is it, a cow milking contest?
Worse than that, it's a fire.
Sure enough, we arrived just in time to watch a two-story building go up in smoke.
Why doesn't someone call the fire department?
That is the fire department.
There was nothing left to do but to toast marshmallows. If we had had marshmallows.
Oh, but a terrible catastrophe.
Cheer up, Mr. Reuter. You've lost a fire department, but you've gained a story.
Mr. Peabody's right. Why not send a dispatch to London?
Because my competition's beating me to it.
Reuter pointed to a gentleman who was busily setting down the details of the recent conflagration.
That's Fritz Grimmelshausen. He always gets his dispatches to London before me.
How does he do it?
Watch, you see? He stuffs the dispatch into the bottle and sticks it in the water. Then he waits for the tide to go out.
Herr Reuter, I don't like to brag. Too often, that is. But I am definitely most positive that with my aid, your communique will reach London before Mr.
Grimmelshausen.
Yes. The tide was already going out, so we had no time to lose. Seconds later, we were inside Reuter's news agency.
There, it's all set to go. Stand back.
We watched in horror as Reuter deftly fashioned another paper airplane and let it fly. This one got as far as the window, then nosedived to the floor.
Oh, conditions are no good for flying. I'm afraid it's hopeless.
Herr Reuter, air-mailing your dispatches is the right idea. It's the manner in which you do it that's wrong.
What's the matter? You think I should put a pilot in the plane?
No. You need a different type of aircraft. I led the way to the roof, and there, perched on a shingle, was a pigeon. It was a simple matter to tie the dispatch to his leg.
Okay, pigeon, fly to London.
He's off! Congratulations, Mr. Reuter. You'll beat Mr. Grimmelshausen for sure.
Sherman was a trifle premature, for the aforementioned Mr. Grimmelshausen had spotted the pigeon and quickly mounting a horse took chase. In one hand, a pigeon gun.
Ooh, that stinker's gonna shoot down my dispatch.
Oh, no, he's not. He hailed a taxi and gave chase.
He hasn't fired a shot. What's he waiting for, Mr. Peabody?
He's waiting for the bird to come down and rest. But in the meantime, there's work to do. Quickly, take this piece of paper and make an airplane. Even as I spoke, our feathered friend glided into view and came to a halt on the left shoulder of the town statue.
He looks bushed.
Never fear, he'll regain his strength in a moment.
Oh, but it'll be too late. Look, there's that rascal Grimmelshausen.
And he's aiming a gun.
The paper airplane, Herr Reuter. I'll take it now. I quickly calculated the wind direction, velocity, and then let fly. The airplane took off, executed 4 perfect Immelmans, and landed directly in the barrel of Grimmelshausen's gun. The trigger was pulled, but the bullet had no way out, so... 2 days later, the pigeon reached London, and Reuter was firmly established as a news agency.
No more paper airplanes. From now on, I make them out of cardboard.
But he should stick with pigeons.
He will in time, Sherman.
What about Fritz Grimmelshausen?
Well, as you can see, he converted his news agency into a fix-it shop. He claims he can repair anything. Unfortunately, anything he repairs doesn't work.
Is that how we got the expression, on the Fritz?
Yes. And it's also how they got the expression, on the Grimmelshausen.
Our present peccadillo was launched on the sandy shores of Veronica Lake. Every boy under 10 and one moose had a sailing ship entered in the annual Frostbite Falls Flotilla Festival.
They're off and sinking.
Yes, Bullwinkle's boat plunged to the bottom. But when salvaged...
It glitters, it gleams.
Actually, it took the trained eye of a master jeweler to determine its true identity.
First of all, it's running a little slow.
It's not a watch, it's a ship.
I stood watch on a ship.
Mainspring sprung, too.
Please, mister, can you tell us what this boat is made of?
And if you say sugar and spice...
Ruby. This little object is composed of precious ruby.
And since the name inscribed on the pinnacle was Omar Khayyam...
Then this is the Ruby Yacht of Omar Khayyam.
Well, you just don't come up with an awful thing like that and not hit the front page.
Huckstray, read all about it. Rocket hits moon, Wally out for season.
Today's big headline: the birth of 24 caterpillars to a moth in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
I thought the narrator said we'd hit the front page.
We did. The front page of the want ads. See? Moose will sell Ruby Yacht of Omar Khayyam to any interested party.
I said I wanted to sail the Ruby Yacht at an interesting party.
Well, that's the press for you.
Well, I sure hope nobody reads this.
A vain wish, I'm afraid, for halfway across the world in the northern section of Lower East Pakistan, the ruler of a remote city perused the ad with more than casual interest.
Son of an infidel, eater of vegetables.
What troubles you, O illustrious one?
This what I peruse in the periodical. For years I wait for the artist to paint pupils in the eyes of little orphan Annie.
Patience, O great one. Rome was not built in a day.
What kind of a... Oh! 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 Looky! Oh! Ha! Ha!
Fearing that the Pasha was suffering from a stroke, the Grand Vizier pulled the bell cord.
Someday I gotta get that fixed.
Oh, boy, what did I read?
Something in the paper? You saw something that would cause such a catastrophic...
Were they? Sure enough, it was the misquoted ad they saw.
Take 30 bags of gold, 90 bars of silver. Buy the Ruby Yacht.
A command is like an order.
And listen well, my dear vizier. Unless you buy the yacht, you lose your head. Not to mention other various awful things that will happen to you.
I comprehend, O felicitous one. Fear not, I will beg, borrow, or steal the sacred Ruby Yacht. Incidentally, what would you suggest as a starting price for my initial offer?
$1.50. You can always go up from there.
A fast camel, a slow train. It took a great deal of time to effect the passage from Pakistan to Frostbite Falls, Minnesota. Eventually, however, the turbaned emissary approached our hero's home.
Oh, my, look at the headache that feller's got.
That's a turban, Bullwinkle.
$1.50.
I'll make it 2.
$2.50.
I think you're down because I got most of the trump.
Say, what's going on here?
And the vizier made his final offer.
No, sir, Turhan Bey. My little ship is not for sale at any price.
You won't relent?
Well, not here in the front room, I won't, no.
Then look behind you.
And there, scimitars in hand, stood 20 fierce soldiers. Uh-oh, there may be some cutting up going on around here. Don't miss our next installment, Rimsky and Korsakov Go to Palm Springs, or Song of Indio.
Hang tight. Nickelodeon's Moose-A-Rama will be right back. This Megatoon Monday, we're giving you a 5-hour-long mega jolt of Rocky and Bullwinkle and all the gang. It's Nickelodeon's Moose-A-Rama on Megatoon Monday. This Monday on Nick.
Super fast, one of a kind. Micro machines, racing time.
We're in fast company today at Richard Petty Speedway. Here's Derek Colton's Pure-Related team now. Sterling Marlin's Maxwell House Machines and Bill Elliott's Superstar Collection. Here comes Richard Petty's STP team on the lift for final inspection. Gassing up, changing tires before he runs the circuit. This crowd is ready for racing.
Stock cars, superstars,
Micro Machines vehicle pack sold separately with collector's cards. Speedway sold separately with one vehicle. You put it together from glue.
Okay, great reasons for scarfing Captain Crunch cereal.
Our favorite celebrity spokesperson is on the red box.
No unnecessary letters, cat pen.
Convenient bite-sized morsel.
And it's a crunchy part of a balanced breakfast. And excellent toys, huh?
Neat cartoon book. Yeah, and it's magic. Now you see it, now you don't. Hey, you got the last Captain Crunch toy. That's fine. Okay, but it's just blank pages. Aw, never mind.
One in specially marked boxes of Captain Crunch cereal.
Abba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba, my monkey loves and me. Abba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba, we hug so happily. One hug and they're spin round, and they make the silliest sounds. Spinning and grinning, my monkey loves and me.
Monkey loves are cute, cuddly monkeys who show their love in the silliest ways.
I love you, silly monkey. Abba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba, my monkey loves and me.
Monkey loves. Each sold separately, batteries not included.
You are in the O-Zone. And now back to Nickelodeon's Moose-A-Rama.
Hello there, culture lovers. This here pin is part of today's poem. The old almanac verse, C.A. Pin. C.A. Pin, pick it up. All the day you'll... Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. C.A. Pin, pick it up. All the... Didn't get it. C.A. Pin, pick it up. Uh-oh, it rolled into a crack. Come out of there, doggone it! All right, I'll pick it up the easy way. What happened?
As far as I can tell, Mr. Moose, a pin got stuck in the motor.
Well, that does it.
Where are you going?
I'm going somewhere where I can say my poem.
But that's a bowling alley.
Of course. These pins I can pick up. C.A. Pin, pick it up. All the day you'll have good luck.
Don't you believe it?
Well, it may not have been in your newspaper, but there it was on the front page of the Frostbite Falls Far-Flung Flyer.
And you can see why it's called Far-Flung.
Boy, look at the headlines.
Moose uncovers long-lost Ruby Yacht of Omar Khayyam. Pretty pretty little doodad, isn't it?
Sure is, and it must be worth thousands.
A low estimate to be sure, especially to the ruler of a certain remote city in lower North Pakistan.
For years, the Ruby Yacht floated in this sacred bathtub. It was our talisman.
What's a talisman, oh grandiose one?
Okay, let's just say it was our good luck token.
You desire this humble Grand Vizier to recover the Ruby Yacht, oh esteemed one?
Let me put it this way. If you don't recover Ruby Yacht, I shall be esteemed off one.
And as we close the episode that came before this one, the Vizier was trading hotly with the reluctant Moose.
I give 4 Roger Maris baseball cards for Yacht.
Not even if you throw in Leo DeRocher.
I give warped LP of Jen Pierce singing Bluebirds of Happiness.
Not even for Mildred Pierce.
Yes, apparently the Ruby Yacht had gotten under Bullwinkle's skin.
And the same might be said for our swords.
Hokey smokes, we're surrounded.
Rocky wasn't about to take this socked in.
Make for the door, Bullwinkle.
Alas, they were both on the same track. Minutes later, the Vizier and his burly aides paraded our captive heroes out of town.
What's the parade for, Featherby?
Don't know. Must be Labor Day or something.
I wish it were Doris Day. How about some cribbage?
But not all the good folk of Frostbite Falls were taken in. An aroused citizens committee was formed to investigate the blatant abduction.
I've wired the Secretary of State and the UN.
I phoned the gas company.
I propose we march on Washington.
Shucks, he's been dead for years.
It was then that Miss Plumfoot, the principal of PS 12, spoke up.
I always said that Bullwinkle would wind up bad. Any boy that wears antlers in school.
Luckily, mild standoffish, the turkey farmer, entered the meeting.
I don't know what all the fuss is. Shuckins, they'll never get out of the country.
What makes you figure that, Miles?
Well, you got a moose, a squirrel, 6 soldiers, and 1 grand brazier.
That's Vizier.
Yeah. Anyways, the customs man will spot that group for sure.
Sure enough, the United States Customs Bureau had every port, every airfield, every train depot saturated with steely-eyed customs agents.
Just a moment, sir. What's in that bass violin case?
Oh, just some Tommy guns and a bunch of stolen money, that's all, copper.
Okay, just checking, that's all. Part of my job. Say, Barney, what is it we're supposed to keep an eye out for again?
I told you, a moose, a squirrel, 6 soldiers.
And a partridge in a pear tree, right?
No, a Grand Vizier.
Suddenly, the whistle of the SS Plankton announced its departure.
Boat, did you check it?
No, I thought you did.
From gangplank to the wheelhouse, the luxurious ocean liner was given a thorough going over. However, passengers and crew alike were given a clean bill of health. All but one stoker.
You have scurvy, sir. Get off the boat and eat some oranges.
You saw nothing suspicious, eh, Fred?
Only thing that bothered me was the ship's orchestra. Boy, are they corny.
That is very understandable.
Okay, we take it from the top, and please, no clinkers in the reed section.
Bullwinkle, we gotta make a run for it.
What, and miss my solo? Besides, I can't run very far.
Sprained your leg?
No, they chained my leg.
Well, it looks like a long, frustrating passage for our boys. Whatever's on your list, postpone it for The Melody Lingers On or I Bought You Violence for Your Furs.
You have it.
Guts! Nickelodeon Guts. See the Extreme Arena come to life for the first time. This weekend at 6:30, 5:30 Central on Nickelodeon. If you love Double Dare,